pace in these races at the beginning is crazy. I was looking back and I saw a lot of people coming.
I never look back when I'm running downhill.
I can say I can take this race as a training.
So you kind of just are like, okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
The story so far. In the mud of the Zagama Ascori Marathon, Spain, Italian Daniel Pattis was pushing the pace. But with 3k to go, defending champ Elisina Lazoui unleashed to retain his title. Daniel second, American Taylor Stack third. Sweden's Tove Alexandersson dominated the women's from start to finish, dismantling the course record by a massive 8 minutes. Spain's Sara Alonso made a claim for second on the climbs, but compatriot Marlon Oster's downhill skills were too good. Marlon second, Sara third. At Ledro Sky Trentino Trail, Kenyan Joyce Njiru led out before Caroline Kibitai attacked the climb, splitting the pack. Series champ Madalena Furia was closing on the downhill, but Caroline maintained her composure for the win. Madalena second, Joyce third. In the men's, Philemon Kiriego flew off the start, combining with teammate Michael Scioli, who attempted a break. But El Hassin held, attacking with 5k to go, winning 2 from 2. Philemon second, Michael third. At the Quebec Mega Trail, the rivalries resumed. Caroline stormed the climbs, but Madalena's downhills were too strong, and she cruised to victory. Caroline, now cooked, allowed France's Marine Nivet to claim second. Caroline third. Philemon and Edison were again locked together, but neither committed to a break, allowing Kenyans Samuel Kiprotich and Nashon Kiplimo to launch an amphibious assault. 1k to go, Samuel showed them his heels, his first ever victory. Philemon second, Nashon third.
The last 2 seasons, I think it was pretty consistent. But it's true that I wasn't feeling like I could show my biggest potential in races. I was struggling a lot with this cramping psychological problem, which was even making me DNF in some races. So basically, I thought I needed to change my mentality, my approach to races. I needed to relax a bit, to take the trainings maybe a bit less seriously, to enjoy a bit more what I was doing, like everyday life. I wasn't feeling ready to face Zagama, honestly. Changing the mentality and especially releasing the pressure to this race was the key to them perform good. Yeah, I want to think it's kind of the beginning of a new Malen. I'm really trying to keep this kind of mindset and this way to approach races.
This is the lead of the women's. We're waiting for confirmation for that because I'd be very surprised.
100%, like without doubt, the Kenyans were the favorites towards this race, and being Naomi and I leading the race from the very beginning and then having it under control and reaching the finish line first and second was something very unexpected for everyone. It's true that this year, after the performances I had already, like maybe my confidence is higher and maybe I see myself with possibilities of doing something big.
Mandarfen, Austria.
Today in the morning I was feeling very relaxed, like I was looking forward to racing and enjoying the morning, and yeah, like I think my mindset this morning was the appropriate one.
3, 2, 1, 0!
And it's the start of the Pitz Alpine Glacier Trail. 24.5k with 1,700 meters of climbing.
The pace in these races at the beginning is crazy because I feel like people, when they have the mindset of short trails, it's like full gas from the beginning. And I was shocked because I even think I started too fast, honestly. But yeah, I was like very controlled, very like keeping in mind like do your own race.
Up at the front, the speed was building. No one fully committing.
So I was kind of surprised that I was like leading along the flat because I think often people go off like really hard.
And when the sprint section arrived, Madalena showed she can lead, almost at will.
Until now, I have a 3 sprint segment win, so it's already a good result for me.
Meanwhile, the men were still stewing.
I think last year a lot of things happened. I couldn't come to Pitz Alpine because I had a bone edema in my sacrum, and this injury makes me drop the second part of the season.
Jan's been with Salomon for 5 years now, but it began with like the national next gen team, and then when we feel like they're ready, they can access kind of the international team where they go to bigger races. We've seen it at the beginning of the year. He's ready for that international stage already.
This year I think I could have the continuity of training, and that makes my improvement to be more competitive.
I think his best performance probably his win at the European Championships this year.
It was the most important achievement from my career.
And what a performance from Jan Torella, only 22 years old, to finish 7th in such a strong field.
When I was 17 years old, if someone told me that I would become top 10 in Golden Circuit, I would not believe it.
For Jan, we can just foresee a really bright future, and that's something that should bring him like to the top of elite trail running.
I'm feeling like the both things. I feel that super excited because I think I can be in the front of group, but also a little bit more nervous because I create a little bit more of expectations sometimes about me, but let's see how the race is going to develop.
The men start 30 minutes behind. The chase is on.
When I was in the starting line, I tell myself that I have to stay in the front.
We ran together with all the Kenyans and also with Christian Allen, Manuel Inderhofer, Theodore Klein, and also Salomon guys.
Following the 6K flattest loop, there's 675 meters of steep forest climb, a break at the lake, then the brutal climb to 2,800 meters of altitude, a steep dive down over loose rocks, flowing into broken switchbacks, a final 6K loop to see you home.
I was third behind the lady of Run Together until maybe middle of the uphill, where looking at my heart rate was start to go down, so I make the movement to keep the same like to follow my training, because I can say I can take this race as a training.
Madalena and Ruth were both pulling away. The big battles, all grouped behind.
Like from me and back, there was like quite a lot of us that were like kind of relatively close, I think.
I was feeling controlled, and I was looking forward for the second climb because I thought that a lot of people were over pushing in the first climb.
Barbara caught up to me at one point, and then Axel was having a really strong run as well, so she went into fourth just before we got to the lake. And yeah, the lake was kind of sort of almost like a bit of a reset. It's quite nice to come off that downhill into the aid station and then get the legs moving a little bit, and you've got a bit of time before the next climb.
Me, I love the uphill, so never I can say about the uphill is too steep, is too hard, or how was it? Yes, the altitude I think was this time not affecting me that much.
I guess I'd seen a picture of what that second uphill looked like, and it didn't look that steep in the picture, and then we got to the bottom of it and I was like, oh, that is really quite steep.
The incline, reaching a 32% gradient.
In the second climb, it was brutally hard at the beginning. I didn't expect to be so steep. So my goal was to reach the top, kind of trying to fighting with the top 5 kind of. And I started to close the gap to Maria and Hannah, and at some point I overtook them. I was running, they were walking, I was feeling very strong. Suddenly the last 200-300 meters of the climb, and I was expecting maybe to feel a bit the altitude, but not at all. I was feeling strong, and I was like, okay, my race is starting now.
In the men's, the attacks were coming thick and fast.
In the first uphill until the lake, I was running with Nashon Kiplimo and Taylor Stack, and also Manuel Innerhofer. I was feeling pretty well. I could keep the pace, suffering but comfortable. So in the lake loop, I was a little bit scared because I was looking back a little bit and I saw a lot of people coming.
Whereas Michael Scioli was both eyes ahead.
When we reached to the lake, we were two, me and Elsin, but Elsin was back to me.
And when we were in the lake, I was still in the position 3 after the peak of the mountain.
We were 7th position, and then in the start of the downhill, I could catch Christian and pass him.
Yes, I was trying to play, but the first part of the downhill was very steep, so I was enjoying it with all my body falling.
And on the downhill, she disappeared. Yeah.
I guess you're really high. You can see a lot of cool mountains around you, and it was just a lovely, I don't know, you had to think a bit but not too much, and it was steep but not too steep, and it was just, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I started downhill very close from Axel, which I think we were 5th and 6th at that point. The first 10 minutes of the downhill were very, very, very steep, and I think that's the worst case scenario for cramping. After 5 minutes, I needed to stop to shake a bit my legs, gave myself a second chance. I started to run again, but after 15 seconds I needed to stop again.
It hurts a lot. It hurts a lot because I love training. I'm seeing a lot of progress in my training, but I train also for racing. Like, obviously, you need to love every day, but you have very selected days for racing during the year, and needing to stop for this reason you cannot control. Every now and then it's a little bit frustrating.
For me, I was just try to catch the first one. I was not looking backward.
It was very steep. It was really very steep. But I was telling myself that I have to maintain the position. I never look back when I'm running downhill because it's very dangerous.
The most steep part, 50% negative, it was like I was pushing harder because I want to make a little gap behind with Christian and the other guys. And then I start to feel like my legs were like sleepy, something that never happens to me. Yeah, it was a feeling of impotency, I don't know, but in the downhill segment I was seeing several guys that passing me, Christian, Alain Santamaria, Joy, Hadorn, and then it was like I arrived in the 6K loop. My fastest pace was for 30 meters per kilometer, and I was in my limit. I couldn't move the legs.
Downhill nearly done. The top 3 women were all closing in.
The last flat, I mean, I remember this from last year as well. It's just kind of horrible because you just would rather be at the finish. But yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know, I guess you know that everyone else is going to be hurting quite a lot as well. So you kind of just are like, okay, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
But for Ifan Disangeri, the final 6K was endless.
So excited, happy, and grateful for what I done today.
2 wins on the bounce for Madalena. Second and third, both in sight.
Yes, I'm happy. It means that I have a confidence to make it until the finishing line. Yeah.
A first podium for Ruth.
It was good, yeah. It was hard. It was, I think, hard in different ways to last year. But yeah, it was like also a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed myself out there.
Yes, I'm happy. Even though I had a bad race in Canada, I'm happy with what I have done this year.
For Elisine, his 3rd win of the season.
Yes, I'm so happy because I improved from last year. Last year I was position 4, and this year I will improve to 2nd place. So maybe I hope for next year I will be a winner, or I will improve my best time.
And for Michael, his first ever silver. Everyone delighted to see the finish.
The best thing is that I didn't give up, and for me this is very special because I also feel strong in the uphill, and these things is what I bring for the next races. I'm super happy also with this position because it's a 12th place in a golden that the level is super high.
Now let's look at our top 10 results. It was only 11 seconds difference between second and third. Miriam, Axel and Renee all in the top 10 for the very first time. In the men's, Louis Pegvert makes his debut. Alphantis held on for 9th. And Joey Hedorn returns to the Golden Trail for the first time this year. There are races where winning can change your life. Races that write the history of our sport. Races where finishing first crowns you the king of trail running. But the price of the crown, for many, is too great. Because everyone waiting to challenge has two things in common. They are fast and furious. This is Sierra Zanau.